Hey Parkview.
I'm Rachel Ray Rest.
And I'm Lucas Lulu Carver.
And we're here with your national and world news.
Now we'll begin with the heralded meteor, which whizzed right through the interior of Russia and landed in the city of Chelyabinsk.
The meteorite was believed to come from the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, according to NASA.
Now it was made up of mostly rock and was traveling at a whopping 54,000 kilometers per hour. That's about 50 times the speed of sound.
When the meteor broke apart in the atmosphere, it caused a loud sonic boom that shook buildings and destroyed infrastructure everywhere, causing $33 million in damages.
Now, it's believed that over 1,000 people were injured as the object shot through the sky and sprayed glass shards all over the populace. Approximately 150 people still remain in the hospital care.
The main meteorite was believed to be only the size of a mid-range SUV.
Now, speaking of SUVs, let's take a look at some footage of the crash. I'm not sure where we got that last video from.
Why? Because transforming robots don't exist?
No, because no one in Russia has a pool, well, except for like Che Guevara or Stalin.
Wasn't Che Cuban, though?
Moving on. Gosh, it's really hot today, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is hot in the studio.
Lights are so hot.
Pressure.
Okay.
Anyways, this past week, President Obama gave the traditional State of the Union address to Congress, which emphasized the importance of the economy while putting gun control on the back burner, perhaps to raise his approval rating across the board before tackling the issue.
The State of the Union was followed by a statement from the Republican Party on behalf of Floridian Senator Marco Rubio. The congressman's response emphasized the limited nature of the GOP while stressing the individualistic nature of our forefathers.
Pundits believe that Rubio is becoming a popular face of the GOP and may be tough to beat if he decides to run in 2016.
Now on to our friendly neighbors, the North Koreans, who just this last week completed their third underground nuclear test using more advanced technologies, as it is believed their power level...
It's over 9,000! What, 9,000?!
Surrounding nations, including the United States and China, expressed their disapproval of their actions, and steps will be taken through the UN to try and contain the issue.
Now, Americans need not worry, as there is no chance of the North Koreans being able to drop a bomb on LA, but this is a substantial step forward for their nuclear weapons program.
It is interesting that the timing of the test fell upon the birthday of King Kim Jong-il, Kim Jong-un's late father. This will no doubt be a great method of spreading North Korean propaganda throughout the country to further increase their ever-growing nationalism.
Now, speaking of propaganda, a few of my Cuban sources within the communist nation were able to send me a sample of North Korean propaganda, and we're going to show it to you now to try to illustrate the methods in which these poor people are being brainwashed.
Let's take a look.
The Adventures of Kim Jong-un. Written and directed by Kim Jong-un. Made by animators who voluntarily left their families and refused payment due to their love of Kim Jong-un.
You fight with the strength of one with many real friends who always laugh at your jokes.
Iran unveiled their new stealth fighter jet this past week, which has caused a stir in the aeronautical community.
The Kahar 313 has a distinctive design that has relatively small wings and a surprisingly tiny cockpit.
Sadly, there seems to be a few holes in the country's new breakthrough, like the lack of any sort of rivets or bolts to hold the plane together. The body of the plane is completely smooth.
Essentially, rather than belonging in the skies, it looks like it belongs in a toy catalog from the 1980s. Another notable oddity is the insanely tiny cockpit, which can barely even fit a small pilot in it.
Whether this is an intentional setback or an accidental calculation is beyond me, but by far the lamest thing about this whole fiasco is the image associated with the plane.
Okay, now we're just being silly here. That was obviously photoshopped by the propaganda-spreading heathens of the Iranian government, as I'm pretty sure that the only snowy mountains in Iran are on their teenager Skyrim accounts.
I mean, look at it. The lighting is off, and the mountain in the background is a stock image that easily pops up on Google Images.
No, okay, seriously, look at it. It's the same exact mountain, the same exact angle. So pathetic.
Jeez. I doubt we will have to worry about that plane invading our airspace anytime soon.
This is why we here at Parkview Broadcast had this theory that Iran and North Korea are always funny.
We hope you have enjoyed this journey into the bustling world of world news.
I'm Lucas.
And I'm Ray Ray.
Life is short, so live it, or else the North Koreans will take it. Have a great day, Parkview.